At the Galactic Republic military base of Fort Anaxes, Anakin Skywalker, Captain Rex, and Clone Sergeant Hunter are discussing the search for lost clone trooper Echo. Already behind schedule, Anakin asks Rex to cover for him, whilst he talks to his secret wife Padme Amidala. Entering the barracks, Rex stands outside as ordered, and Anakin places a holo-projector on the ground to reveal the figure of Padme. The Senator is in her early stages of pregnancy, something that is unnoticed by the Jedi Knight, and they remark at how their duties have kept them apart. But with Rex unable to hold off the suspicious Obi-Wan, they are forced to abandon their conversation. Going to the planet of Skako Minor, Anakin, Rex and Clone Force 99 find and rescue the lost Echo. But what if Anakin had died on the mission? How would Padme deal with the loss of Anakin and her forthcoming children? What would Palpatine do in response to the demise of his future apprentice? As you are about to find out, the loss of Anakin will shift the landscape of the future. As the D-Wing droids rapidly approach the stasis chamber, Crosshair and Hunter seal the doors to the facility, whilst Tech try to find a way to unplug Echo. With the Decimator fast approaching, Tech is operating at his maximum speed, but he is too late. The Decimator entered the room, and its purple tentacles stretched out to find organic life. Anakin force pushes the Decimator towards the exit and Wat Tambor, but the Techno Union's operator redirects the Decimator, vaporizing all of the room's occupants. With the deaths of Anakin Skywalker and notable clone troopers, Wat Tambor contacts Count Dooku. The Sith apprentice is pleased with the efforts made by the Techno Union and asks them to clear the evidence, knowing that the Jedi would want to investigate. Relaying the news to Lord Sidious, the Sith Lord had not expected this turn of events, but he could use this to his advantage. Ordering Dooku to emit a signal from Skako Minor to lure the Jedi, it was time to advance his plans. Back at Fort Anaxes, Obi-Wan and Master Windu had felt the loss of Anakin in the Force. Obi-Wan is in no condition to go to the battlefield, as all of his Jedi meditation exercises are failing him, leaving Master Windu to report the news to the Council. The Council members are deeply saddened to lose such a general and valuable clones, particularly at such a crucial stage in the war, infuriating Obi-Wan. The Jedi Master was disgusted at the treatment of Anakin as a mere tool in their war effort, but knows he can't express the disgust in front of the Council. Obi-Wan leaves, just as they discuss what to do with the signal emitting from Skako Minor. Going to the barracks, Obi-Wan puts his head in his hands, ashamed of his failings as a teacher. Placing a holo-projector on the floor, he finds Senator Amidala. Padme had heard the news circulating from around Coruscant, but seeing Obi-Wan in such a state was earth-shattering. Placing a hand over her swelling stomach, Obi-Wan knew that these were Anakin's children, and he vowed to do what he could to protect them. Without the knowledge of Echo, and the significant losses suffered, the Jedi have to rethink their plans to retake Anaxes. On their way back to Coruscant, Mace Windu boasts at how he was right that Anakin was not the chosen one, but Obi-Wan was not listening. Rather than going to the Jedi Temple, Obi-Wan goes to Padme's apartment, and after a brief moment to console each other, they have to decide what to do next. Neither are in a good state, and they need some help. Going outside in a speeder, Obi-Wan mindlessly roams the planet of Coruscant, ending up in the industrial sector. Through his tear-stained vision, he sees something familiar. Travelling even faster, he finds a speeder bike, and beside a decaying pipe lay former Jedi Padawan Ahsoka Tano. Her pulse was barely beating, and Obi-Wan quickly scooped her up. Rushing to the Jedi Temple Halls of Healing, Padme soon joined him, following a difficult Senate meeting, watching as Ahsoka finally wakes up. Ahsoka recalls how she had felt the loss of her former master, and in her shock and pain, she had fallen off of her bike. Going to Padme's apartment, they select Ahsoka to be the protector of Padme and her forthcoming children, which allowed Obi-Wan to go back to his Jedi duties. Sitting down in his customary seat, Obi-Wan watches as Master Windu outlines the plan to take Anaxes from the Separatists, his dislike for Windu growing with each passing moment, which Yoda could sense too. Yoda summons Obi-Wan to his quarters, and the Grand Master advises Obi-Wan to let go of his emotions, sending him on a temporary leave. Obi-Wan bows in gratitude, and departs for Padme's apartment again. Ahsoka and Obi-Wan know that the Council are too busy to deal with the signal from Skako Minor, and they go to investigate for themselves. Leaving in a Jedi gunship, they did not know that they were walking into the trap of Darth Sidious. That is it for part 1 of What If Anakin Died When Padme Was Pregnant. If you would like to see a part 2 soon, please like this video, turn on your notification bell, and subscribe for more what ifs. And as always, leave a comment on what if you'd all like to see next, and how I can improve my videos. Thank you all very much for watching, and see you next time.